Hello everybody and welcome to Mount Pleasant Gaming. I'm Paul Craig and today I'm going to tell you about the update with the Iron Crown event. Now this update actually came out a couple of days ago, but I was a bit busy on the weekend, so I didn't really have time to sit down and record. So I'm doing it today because I'm probably going to be busy again soon, so I should probably get this done before it's way too old. Now, they actually posted on the official Reddit and they posted it on Twitter as well, linking to the official Reddit, subreddit rather, with an update. They basically said they wanted to make a world-class battle royale, and that they missed the mark when they broke their promise by making Apex packs the only way to get what we consider to be the coolest skins we've released. Now, I will say that the title of this video is probably going to be about their pathetic and childish response, which actually has there were two versions here, because the pathetic response is the official response and the childish response is the less official, but still from a developer. And I'll get into both first, but now I'm doing the one I deem pathetic. To be honest, a lot of people are saying praising them for this, but I still think it's quite pathetic. They said they've been listening to feedback and they want to make changes to the Iron Crown. These are the changes they're going to be making. Starting on the 20th of August, they'll be rotating the 12 exclusive legendary items into the store over the course of the week. Over the course of the final week for the event. Each skin will cost 1,800 Apex coins, which is a cost that still outprices a lot of people. That's still, I think it's about $18, £15 to £17, but then you still have to buy 2,000 Apex coins to buy it, so you're still spending more than that realistically, because you need to buy the Apex coins anyway. Now, the price of legendary skins in the store, except for now, because they're on offer. Oh well, the Speed Demon one's not on offer. It was on offer the other day. Always 1,800. You can see 1,800, 1,800, 1,800, 1,800. They're on offer right now though. These three, so you get like 600 off. So 1,200 instead. But they're usually 1,800, and ever since the game came out and they started putting legendary skins in the store, a lot of people have been saying that 1,800 Apex coins is far too much to pay for a legendary skin, and it is. It still prices a lot of people out, because a lot of people aren't willing to spend that much on a legendary skin. Now, in the last video, I did say that I'd buy all of these loot boxes if I could, if I had the money. What I actually meant by that was if the money was so inconsequential to me that throwing away that much money did nothing to my account balance. You know, basically, like it'd be like if like $5 or £5 is to you right now. Like if you spent that on something, then at the end of the day, it's not much money for most people anyway. For some people, it can be a lot of money, but for most people, it's nothing. Like it'd be like chucking that on something. You know, that's the only time I would spend all the money on this. But when it comes to the actual 1,800 Apex coins, like for me, to get that, I'd have to spend 84 zloty, which for me is actually quite a fair bit of money, because the minimum wage where I live is about roughly 11 zloty an hour, so that'd be 7 to 8 hours of work just to get that skin, to buy that skin if I was actually earning minimum wage. It's a ridiculous amount. For a lot of people, $18 isn't going to be a lot of money. £17, whatever. I'm not sure of the price. I should have checked the price, to be honest. It's not going to be a lot of money, but it's still a lot of money to pay for a skin, just a skin, you know. And even though I know I could pay that for the skin, it's still not a cost I'm willing to pay. For a lot of people, it's a cost they're not willing to pay. It's too much. Now, one of the things that I think should happen is that their prices should be lowered, because at the minute it prices a lot of people out. And so I think that if they reduce the prices of everything, they get a lot more people who are willing to pay the money. They'd end up with more consumers purchasing things, and the profit would be a lot higher. You know, I haven't done the maths or anything. I should have done, so I could do an example, or maybe I can do it right now. But like, say 10 people buy at $18, that's $180. But if they had it at say $5, 100 people would probably buy that. So then that'd be $500. You know, I genuinely think that they should make things a more realistic price, something that people can purchase. Because the more people that buy, even at a cheaper price, the more money they'll make. And it just doesn't seem to be the line of thinking that they're thinking about, you know. I'm not sure who's in charge of their business model, but they're not very good at business, because, you know, ideally you want more customers, and the cheaper the price, you get more customers. It's just how it works. Obviously, you got to set it at a price that's cheap enough for people to buy, and for you to gain profit on it as well. That's the way it is. But yeah, back to this statement. They said for future collection events, they'll provide more ways to obtain items than just buying Apex packs. Because the thing is, with the last event, it was the Legendary Hunt event, and everything was available to earn. You had, you had to get certain kills. You had to finish top 5 or top 1 or whatever. And you just had to do things in order to earn these skins, and I was able to. But in this, obviously, you can earn 2 packs, but you can't really earn. It's random. You can't earn anything specific. Okay, they also said that over the last 6 months they've been learning a lot about operating a live service, free-to-play game. They need to make their communication better, I think. It says it'd be different from future events. They're learning more what works and what doesn't, and then they go into a pretty stupid part of the worst part of their statement, which is that it's important that they don't sell a competitive advantage, and that their goal has not been to squeeze every last dime out of our players, and they've structured the game so that all players benefit. Except people don't really benefit, to be honest. Being able to earn 2 packs isn't people benefiting. The prices aren't benefiting anybody. And yeah, they're not selling a competitive advantage, but it's not a pay-to-win game. It's a free-to-play game where everything is just cosmetic. Which it makes it even worse that it costs so much. If it's pay to win, then everything, being high price is sort of expected in a way. So it's benefiting people who choose to spend money and people who don't. Except the people who don't spend money aren't benefiting at all, because they're just playing the game as normal without any cool skins. It also says that they'll be creating more free content for all players in the future. They also said something about how... Oh yeah, they said that the events like Legendary Hunt or Iron Crown exist so they can continue to invest in creating more free content for all players. Now, that's a bit ridiculous to me, because, like I said, if their business model was different, they'd be making a lot more money. But they're choosing like the short-term profit over the long term, to be honest. Like it's a bit silly, I'm not a business major, but it's pretty obvious that a lower price with more people buying will make more profit than not many people buying at a higher price. Now that is the pathetic part of their response down. And like I said, I find it pathetic because they're still outpricing most people. They're still making it so that not a lot of people are going to buy, which is stupid. They should have made it so you could earn the skins like they did in the last event. Now I'm going to go talk about the childish response. Now this isn't an official response, but it is actually from one of the developers. I'm not going to name them. I am going to put their comments in the video, but I'm going to blank out their name. And to be honest, you can find it easy enough if you want. You just gotta go to the subreddit and find them. They've actually deleted the comments now because they were probably ordered to, but it doesn't change what they said. Now, what they said, they said in response to one of the players criticizing them. All these comments were in response to someone players criticizing them for the event. And one of the developers actually said, I'm going to put this on screen. He said, "Hey everyone, found the dick I was talking about. Guess what? I didn't even read your comment except for the first sentence and last. This kind of garbage doesn't warrant a reply. But luckily for you, I already made a comment about this earlier. Go find it." You can't call your player base dicks. In no world can you call your consumers dicks. I'm sorry, that's not the way it is. If you want to call them dicks, do it behind everyone's back like everyone does. And if you think people don't call you dicks or anything behind your backs, then you're wrong. As someone who's worked in retail, trust me, people talk about customers all the time. But the point is, you don't talk about them to their face. You don't call them dicks because they're criticizing a money-grabbing event. They also went on to say, "I've been in the industry long enough to remember when players weren't complete asshats to developers, and it was pretty neat." So again, calling someone an asshat. Well, pretty much calling a lot of people asshats there because he's lumping a lot of players in the same thing. You know, the reason people are seeming like asshats, as he says, is purely because of the fact that they're criticizing the event that they've dared make, which is a money-grabbing event. And let's face it, it's a greedy event. A lot of people spoke out about this event, and to call someone an asshat for criticizing what is pure greed and an attempt to actually get more money from the players is pathetic. Now there was a third comment that people seem to have jumped on, but to be honest, this one, in my opinion, isn't as bad as the others. It's more tongue-in-cheek, but the fact that he's already called people dicks and asshats kind of ruins it anyway. He talks about the data for the game, and he says the amount of people who spend is crazy low. Most of y'all are freeloaders, and then in brackets he wrote, "and we love that." Now, yeah, he's calling people freeloaders, by saying that people who are playing the game were not spending money are just freeloaders at the end of the day, which is an insult in itself. But he does say, "and I love that," so I kind of think he meant that tongue-in-cheek. But the fact he'd already called people dicks and asshats kind of makes me think he was trying to make it seem tongue-in-cheek. Now, one of the other developers responded. One of the more active members of the development team, talking about how it's fine for people to call us liars and full of shit and other personal attacks when we communicate an apology and update to the event, but we're immature when we call people out on it. Now, the fact is, they weren't calling people out on it. They were calling people dicks, asshats, and freeloaders. And to be honest, they are liars at the end of the day because, well, maybe not liars to be honest, but they're kind of full of shit because they're acting like they're trying to do things for the community and stuff and for the players. But at the end of the day, all of this was just done to line the pockets of the developers. That's it. And he said something else as well. He also told someone that they should work on their reading comprehension because they made a comment saying that what I read was Wales didn't buy enough Apex packs to make up for everyone else not buying, so we have to do something to get pretend goodwill from players. Oh, we've been disconnected. And then he said you should work on your reading comprehension. That's the wallpaper I use. It's my favourite one. I'm not a Gibraltar main by any means, but I do like Gibraltar and I love his skin. I bought that one with crafting materials. So yeah, those are the comments. You've obviously seen me disconnected a little bit. How far am I to getting those free loot packs? 10 more daily challenges and about 10,000 more damage. I don't. To be honest, I'm not playing as much as I used to. I used to play like hours every day, but I play a few different games now. So that's all the response from the developers. I do think the official communication was ridiculous, and it's generally more down to the fact that they know they screwed up. They know they outpriced everything, but then they go and put it in the same vein as this skin and outprice everyone again, which makes it even worse, because at the end of the day they are just looking for the money. They're not looking to be there for the customers. They're not trying to help, be nice to their player base. They're trying to make money at the end of the day, and I know that's what they're supposed to do. But like I said, if they priced everything a bit lower, more people would be able to afford it, more people would buy it, and therefore they'd make more money. But they just don't seem to see that. I'm not sure why. I'd definitely buy things if it was lower, and I bought caustic, for Christ's sake. No, not with my legend tokens as you see there, but with actual Apex coins. I bought the pack for the Apex coins, and then I bought caustic. Maybe if the skins were made between 5 and 1,000 Apex coins, more people would buy them. But they're not. So yeah, that's everything for today. I hope you enjoyed the video. Like, subscribe, leave a comment and all that. And have a good day. Bye.